Didn't you hear me call, child?
Yes, Papa?
Then why didn't you answer me? Oh, I see. You wet your feet. After I gave you express orders. What? What were you going to say?
Nothing. Just that I'm sorry.
And well, you ought to be. I don't know who's the more vexing, you or your grandmother. You gave me a fright, Jenny. And I don't want it ever to happen again. Now, before I leave here, you must promise me. Promise me that you'll never again go in the water.
Promise.
You worry me, child. Sometimes I just don't understand you. Oh, now. There's no need for tears. It's over now. Finished. I guess you're not such a grown-up after all.
I am too.
Well, if you're not, you'd better act as though you are. Your grandmother expects a lot from you.
I'll try, Papa. I really will.
That's all we can ask of anyone.
Jenny, I'm in here. Turn around. You've grown.
I've brought you something, Gran. I found it on the beach.
What? What is it? Show me.
It was a lot prettier when it was wet.
Oh, yes. How old are you now?
11, going on 12.
Not a child at all, really. I met your grandfather when I was 13. He was 21 and as handsome as a walrus.
A walrus? Walruses aren't handsome.
Well, now that's a matter of taste. To me, he was wonderfully handsome. I fell in love with him at first sight.
When you were 13?
We were married 2 years after he had his own ship. That picture was painted by Nicholas Irving, a very great artist. Yet he lived. There's a likeness here of him somewhere. He was handsome too, but different from your grandfather, and very talented. It was he who carved the figurehead for the ship.
It's a woman. And she's holding something.
It's a likeness of me, and I'm holding an amaryllis. He tried time and again to bring me one, but they always died on the voyage home.
It must be a beautiful flower.
Well, he thought so. I've never seen an amaryllis, except in a book. I think I have a picture of one. There you are.
It's beautiful. What's the matter, Gran?
There. The tide, it's turned. Don't you hear it?
I don't hear anything. Only the sea.
The sea looks so different at this time of day. As if there were a light coming up from the bottom. Do you hear anything?
Yes. The wind.
Good. Close your eyes. It may all sound like a jumble at first, a racket. But if you listen carefully, the sounds will separate like cream from milk. The gulls, and the surf, and now the wind.
True to you, Gran.
So you hear it too. Do you ever think of things you can't explain?
Like ghost stories?
No. I mean the daily things we do and see and touch in this world are only part of what's there. That there's another world around us that's mostly hidden from us. Do you ever think of such things?
Well, I think so.
Listen to me, Geneva. At high tide, I want you to come down to the beach with me and help me search.
What will we look for?
On this very spot, I watched the Amaryllis go down, quicker than I can tell you. Everyone was lost. Not a soul survived. For 30 years, I waited for a sign from my darling, the captain. It will come. It will. At high tide any day now. Maybe tonight. This is where you will sleep, Geneva. It was your father's room. I lit the fire so it would be warm for you. Your grandfather gave it to him. That's when he thought he wanted to be a sailor.
Could he play it?
Yes, he knew every call that was. And some that never was.
And that's the Amaryllis,
Yes, carved by Nicholas Irving.
the artist who died.
Died. Yes. I'd forgotten they existed. Put them away, Geneva. You can look at them in the morning. George was such an active child. He loved the sea when he was little.
He doesn't love it now. Why doesn't he?
He was on the bluff with me the day the Amaryllis sank. He adored his father and never got over it. But enough. It's time for you to get some sleep. You'll be up soon, and I need you bright and clear.
Good night, Gran.
Good night, Geneva. I'm very glad you're here.